Chanae is back on the couch with us, back in Inside South Florida. And so we saw you when you had just launched Where is Skip Paw? So how did that go, first and foremost?
Amazing. I'm so grateful to see how many families and that just responded to the book and how it helped them. But it was just heartwarming, to be honest. Yeah.
I love it. I loved all your pictures with it too. It was so cute. Now, if you don't know Miss Chanae here, she wears a lot of hats. She's an attorney, founder of ROM 8. She's an author, like we just mentioned, but she also, in the midst of all of that, I mean, I don't know how Superwoman does it, but she's here to tell us. You've also taken control of your fitness and wellness journey.
Yes.
So tell me about the beginning of how that started for you.
Absolutely. And it's hard to answer that without going back a little bit, because I've always struggled with my weight, body image for as long as I can remember. And just, I think society and norms of always being conscious about how you look, and especially as women. So I think as a little girl, I just was always very conscious of, like, you're heavier, you're gonna be fat, and those things were always just put in my mind. And then I think I started to at least internalize it and become it. And so the more and more I started believing what people were saying around me, the more and more I would eat, or I would use food as a comfort. And so at my highest, I was 250 pounds. And just at a place of sadness, depression, and just not really walking in my full purpose, because I was so, lack of confidence and feeling like I was so self-conscious about how I looked. And so what really, changed the game was me connecting, I would say, my faith to my fitness, and realizing that I didn't have to separate the two. I could rely on God to help me through that process. And so that was something that I would say was really instrumental in me starting to make the change initially.
On Instagram, I read something that you wrote. It was, broke out with the scale and found peace. Now, how does that play a significant role into your journey, and how it actually became not just a journey, but a movement in South Florida?
Well, absolutely. The scale, honestly, I feel like it's haunted me my entire life as well. And I really would equate the number to my happiness or my peace. And I had to make a commitment to myself, like, enough is enough, Chanae. Like, look at the non-scale victories. Look how your clothes fit. Look how you can move quicker. Look how much you can lift now. And so starting to look at other measurements to be able to see where the success was coming from outside of the scale really made a difference in my life. And it's how I think I also, like, as you mentioned, Instagram, that Instagram has been a tool and a resource for me to share my story and journey with other women. And so that's really what this journey has done. It's been a journey of self-care, a journey of self-empowerment. And now with Envision Me conference, I use that to empower other women to walk fully into their purpose and their calling as well.
I think what you said is significant in any aspect of life. We have to find where the success is coming from in other places. And sometimes we're looking for that in people, we're looking for that in accolades, but if we just sit down, take a moment to say, okay, you are still successful, and you're still killing it in other areas. And it may not be what we thought it would look like, but it's still happening. And so with the Envision Me conference, that's coming up January 23rd to the 25th. And I know you've been planning, and there's so many people we can look forward to, but tell me a little bit about this and how this is just another step in what you're doing.
Absolutely. So Envision Me conference is something that's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I use to empower other women. So all the resources and tools that I use for my own life to, what I would say, become whole. We get into everything related to mental health, physical health, entrepreneurship, corporate scaling as well, because I'm in dual life, right? I'm an entrepreneur, but I also still am an attorney in this corporate space. So how do you navigate all these things but still take care of your well-being. And so it is just a phenomenal weekend.
I cannot wait. Okay, once again, January 23rd to the 25th. Tickets are still available.
Yes, they are.
Where can we get them?
You can get them at envisionmeconference.com, and if you have a large group of 5 or more, feel free to email us at hello@envisionmeconference.com.
And there are like style boards on there too to help you figure out what to wear per day, which I love. All right, we'll have more information on our website. Chanae, thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.